Hello everyone, it's Steamboy27. Today we're playing something different. We're playing Advance Wars Dual Strike. We're actually only playing one game because I don't want to make a series out of this. I'm doing this video as a means of demonstration to one of my my co-workers, my friends. His name, we'll just call him Swain. He's not the Swain, but we'll call him Swain. I don't know why she's like telling me how to play the game, but anyway, I'm gonna play as Grit. Anyway, I'm showing this game because my friend Swain is working on a game, a seemingly turn-based, somewhat turn-based game, and I wanted to do a video to talk about some ideas. So here we go. So from now on, I'm going to address Swain and none of you guys, so don't get confused if I say that. One thing that's wrong with the emulation on this, one thing wrong with the emulation is that I cannot see my cursor, which is why I'm using the mouse instead, so that you guys can see it. Because, gosh, I would love to see that mouse. Anyway. So, Galen. The way Advance Wars works is that for every city that's your color, you've taken that city over, and it gives you 1000 G per turn. We can consider that kind of like the energy that we were talking about earlier. And we have units like these guys, the infantry. Personnel units like these guys. They are able to control such a thing. I'm gonna get a tank. And let's see. They're probably good. No, I'll save that. And they take over other properties, and there are neutral properties, and there are properties owned by the enemy. Now, the problem with this is that, unlike spy bots, there is the problem of lack of unique units, because we're all using the same kind of funds. Clearly, we're going to have to... Because if we're using a fund-based system, an energy-based system, we're going to either have to implement a sort of... whatchamacallit, we're gonna have to implement some sort of... Do I want to choke? I want to choke. We're gonna have to implement some sort of unique way of doing this, because having two of the same unit pool gets very bland, and it kind of applies to Advance Wars as well. But we have something unique here, which is the fact that I'm using a different commanding officer than the enemy. And we don't have to do something like that. We don't have to do something like commanding officers. We could do a lot of things. We could go along with like the computer motif and do things like processors and other things like that. We could do that. These guys are gonna die. Their job is done. They've done their job. Okay, let's see here. Another tank. I'll get a mech. So the way Advance Wars does it is that we have COs and they do unique things. My character right now allows me to use indirect fire, which I'm about to demonstrate in a second. I didn't do very much. He has one extra unit of range on that. Andy does not have any weaknesses or proficiencies. God, he is swarming the screen with infantry right now. That's annoying. That is annoying as hell. Okay, let's see. Oh no, you're not getting away with that. I'm gonna kill that right now. That is getting out of here. So as you can see, Grit is pretty good at direct fire. All those other units are very weak. You can kind of use that as a base. Like I was saying, we don't have to do it by, do I want to hit this thing? I don't really want to hit this thing. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna flood the thing with tanks. Can I hit the recon? I can hit the recon. Okay, I'm gonna do that. He's not using mechs, so I'm not afraid of him. Another recon. Another thing about these cities is that when people wait in them, they heal. I know we're gonna have some sort of... We're not gonna have that kind of system. we're going to have the data block system from Nightfall. Unless things change, I'm not quite sure what you want to do about that. I'm all for the data block system. I love that. That's kind of what makes a Spybot unique. So I'd like to keep that. The territories thing we can do. I don't know whether or not you want certain units to or not to cost money or things like that. We're gonna have to go over it later. I'd like it to be... I don't know how you feel about this, Gallon. I'd like it to be just sort of like a Spybot in which we have pre-deployed enemies and then we have our own unique things we buy from the stores, like before. That's just my own selfish request. Doesn't have to be done. That's just my 2 cents. That was the assumption I was making when we had that going. Another tank. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to kill that. I have to swarm this game with artillery. But it's food for thought. This is just mostly a video based on just for the demonstration of like properties and things like that. Do I want to kill this? Do I even want to try hitting that? Not enough damage. Ooh. I could trick him. I could put him in here. Okay, we're gonna do that. Install you. So yeah, I'm under the assumption that we are going to do something like that, where enemies are pre-deployed and we have our own units we buy. Not quite sure how that's gonna work. We're probably gonna have to like assign numbers to each one. We're gonna have to assign numbers to each unit and see how much they cost. If you want to go with an energy system like that, because if I remember right, you don't want to do the just the simple deploy 8 units because that's how many spaces you have. Ideal. There we go. I'm gonna put this guy here. Excuse me. About to move up. I'm just gonna save up for artillery now because that's what I'm good at. So yeah, I don't know what you want to do about that. Yeah, my only concern about this whole energy system and territorial is like spawn point system, because you know these bases here, they're spawn points basically, if you want to think of them like that. And the cities are energy like creators. You can think of them like that. He fell for it. All right. I could care less about the tank. He's in range of my artillery now, and they are swarming this thing. Okay. Alright, now that tank is dead. You did 5 to me, I did about 8 to you. You're dead. Yeah, indirect combat is pretty sweet. Let's see. I would definitely like to see more indirect combat in Spybot. That'd be really cool. In Spybot, a lot of the indirect combat was pretty damn bad. Not bad in the sense that not bad in the sense that like using indirect combat was a stupid idea. It's just that there wasn't enough indirect combat to be to make it useful. Anything that could do ranged could also hit something close next to them. These artillery, if I look at their range, notice how the squares adjacent to them aren't lit up by these by these bright tiles. That just means it can't hit things next to them. And I do like that ideal. We can play off of that if you want. The animation sequences that occur between units probably unnecessary, since we're just going to be using computer programs. We can't actually see battles between computer programs, so that's probably not going to happen. We shouldn't do that. At least I don't think so. This is all food for thought. I don't know if you've ever heard of this game. You didn't indicate whether or not you have or had not heard of this game. He's gonna repair, isn't he? Here's something that's unique to Advance Wars, like a little superpower that affects all of their units. We could do a system we could do a system in which we I don't know, we could overclock our computers, overclock CPUs, and they do something special, something like that. Like I said, this all depends on whether or not you want to give the enemy the same unit pool as us. I didn't do much. Or you want them to be pre-deployed in us. Actually, come to think of it, We could do a mix of that. We could do like pre-deployed firewalls, and then we could do battles between other characters, like, you know, like NPCs in the game, and they can like deploy their own program, because that would make sense. We're not just fighting automated. We're not going to be fighting just automated control systems. We're going to be fighting a lot of probably going to be hacking against other people, and that sounds like a good idea, actually. Let's see here. Do I want to move him, or do I want to just annihilate? Actually, I don't even need to. I can just knock out these guys on my own. I don't need to use my power. Okay, maybe I do. Ooh, that's saddening. Okay. Freak out of here. We could go by the way of universal power-ups, or we could just go straight tactics. Straight tactics is just fine by me. I love that stuff. That's probably not gonna kill him, actually. I shouldn't have done the woods. Yeah, he lived. That tank needs to get out of there. He's going to die. Poor tank. He's doing his best. After I get all the things I need to be done, said, I'll just, I don't know. I guess I'll finish the battle and fast forward the ending to the ending. Gonna hit attack his artillery, because artillery is really powerful, and I would like that too, Swain. I would like it like I would like this limitation in which they can't hit things next to them, but I would like them to be really powerful, like not extremely powerful, obviously, but I would like them to be pretty damn powerful. Remember the slingshot from Spybot? Like that first thing you get? It's horrible. It only does 1 pip, but it can hit things next to it, which is why it's justified. I would like to see something different like that, because we didn't have much of indirect combat. They were slow, like the mobile towers were really slow. But at the same time, the golems that we had in the Spybot, they were really slow too, but they could thwack things and do like 5 pips of damage. It was insane. That being said, I implemented a lot of indirect combat during my final battle in the game, but that was only because the guy was across a goddamn chasm and I couldn't hit him with anything else. So yeah, I would, going back to what I said, I would like to see things like this in which we fight other computer users, hackers that implement their own things, but I would also like some situations in which we fight firewalls, things like that, where they're already pre-deployed. That wouldn't be bad. The energy system, it doesn't sound like a bad idea. I don't know how we would implement that kind of system. Do we want to do a money system in which we buy things? Because that's a part I'm iffy about. I don't know if we want to do a system in which we use money to buy programs from stores. And if we do that, we'll either be doing, like, we'll be buying the unlock ability, like we'll unlock the ability to deploy that unit and that'll be done one and done, or we want to actually like buy units and that'll be the one unit we can get. And I get the feeling we're probably gonna do like the ability to unlock kind of style, because obviously if we have to buy units over and over and over again, that's gonna be a little annoying. It's gonna be hella annoying, actually. So I would say probably unlock or buy the ability to deploy units. Would probably be best. I'd say that'd be best. Like I said, Galen, this is just a demonstration video for you. Just, you know, consider things. There we go. Oh, we can finally get that tank out of there. That tank needs to get out of here. The tank needs to come back home and repair himself. Another thing I want to talk about, Galen, is that the nature of Spybot... Oh, crap. Well, he's dead. The nature of Spybot is such that you need really big maps. Well, not exactly. You need to compensate for the fact that for the way we're going, if we're going to go like the programs that we have, if they're gonna have health pips and trails, we're gonna need to make the maps compensate for that. This kind of map, like if we were playing this exact map with like this layout, we would actually need a lot more space because of the health pips. And I don't want to get rid of the health pips mechanic. I think that's what makes Spybot unique once again. Oh crap. Ugh. Oh no. I think that's what makes Spybot really unique. Oh, he's dead too, isn't he? Son of a gun, I just saved his ass. Okay. I think it should be done that way. That just means that we're going to need to have a lot more space, and I've already seen, I've looked at the maps again from before when you sent them to me, and I think it's great. I think that is that tank enough? Yes, it is. I think that's a good idea. I think it looks good so far. I think that kind of big map is fine. And naturally, the fights are gonna be a little slow, and I think that's going to I think it's just gonna happen because of the they're gonna be slow starting because units need to get closer to each other, and they're gonna have to gather HP on their own. Let's see here. I want this guy here. Can I damage this? I can, but I'd rather not. Oh, am I winning? Yay, I'm winning. Okay, I'm gonna get a... I need more hitters. I'm gonna get another tank. I'll move this guy up. I can do that. There we go. And I'm gonna kill this one infantry out of spite. So let's see, to summarize the things I've been talking about. Actually, we can just finish this map. We can just finish it. I can kill this guy really fast. I played Spawn Island so much. I know how to beat it within within a month. If I remember right, we're doing it turn by turn, right? We're doing it turn by turn, so all units attack, all units attack. We're gonna need to make a map pretty big, which is already done. I just want that to be a concern later on. Let's see, do I want to super snipe? I could super snipe, that'll be fun. But I don't have, I have 1, 2, 3. 3 shots. Do I want to use up those shots? Not really. I'll use it in a second. We're gonna have to wonder, we're gonna have to see whether or not we want a unique pool of units. Whether or not we're gonna use like just whether or not enemy hackers and us, whether or not we're going to use the same exact things or not. Personally, I don't exactly agree with this. I'm not quite sure how we would like change it, but I would like it if let me repair this guy, pull him up. I don't know how to express this. I would like it if there was some way to make us unique from other hackers and them more unique from us. Not just a straight upgrade, like we're just the best, we're the god of all hackers, that kind of thing. I don't know, we could do CPUs, like we could make our we could do like via computer or something like that. We could do it with our units. Like they have specific units we don't have. We could do it by personnel. Oh, he's upgrading again? Ah, jeez. We could do it by programmer power, like we could do it like this, like the way it's happening right now. That's really the only gripe I have right now. That's the only concern. Oh, jeez. Only concern I have right now is how we're going to make the characters unique and how we're going to make the combat fresh each time we fight something, because you can make programs unique and stuff like that, but eventually there's going to be this, if you keep trying to make a bunch of unique programs, you're just gonna flood the game with all these crazy variables that I don't think we can account for, to be honest. I'm gonna super snipe. Okay. I think he's dead now, so there we go. That's my only problem. I don't know how we're gonna make ourselves unique. In Spybot we fought only firewalls. I guess it's that guy. And they had nothing like us. They barely had any units that were similar to ours. Well, first let's make artillery can hit. Ooh, what do I hit? I feel like I hit the tank. So that's what I'm worried about, and let's see, what else am I worried about? That's really it. The energy system, I can agree with. I can totally see the energy system being used and implemented in such a way that it's done very well. I can definitely see you doing that very well, and that'll work out for the best. I don't think there's any way it could go wrong. Having points and objectives on the map instead of just having this one blank plane in which we just eradicate other units doesn't really work in such a way that we have to like spawn points. So we're gonna have to have these kind of resources and objectives to go after. So that's fine by me. And actually, it makes sense. There's no reason not to do it. You kind of have to do it that way. If you catch what I'm saying, like because we're doing like an energy system in which we and spawn point system, we're going to have to do. We're gonna have to do it like that. We're gonna have to have like units that cost things and things like that in order to make it work. But other than that, really, it's up to us to figure out how we're going to make things unique. I'm just gonna block that. I don't care. We're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do that. Because after a while, if this is going to be a full-fledged game, like Spybot isn't a full-fledged game. I don't consider it a full-fledged game. I consider it a mini-game. And I love the game, and I love it so much. But the way we're going, we gotta do something that makes every single person unique. We gotta make it so that there is absolutely, like, we gotta keep every single battle fresh. Like, every single one. And the way we do that, the way we address that problem is how we're going to successfully address whether or not the game is boring or not. Because any game can be fun. Any game can be fun starting out, but eventually you're gonna run to the problem where things might get dry. Like after a certain point, and a lot of games suffer from that. And I don't want to see our game suffer from that at all. So we're gonna have to keep things unique, and the way we make that unique is either we give them unique units, or we give them like a certain power of their own to wield, and we have to be careful of that, like that hidden variable that we don't account for. What can you hit? You can hit a lot of things. Let's block that. Let's block it here. Move up one. Good. That's really my only concern. Just how we keep the game fresh and how we keep things unique. So this game, Advance Wars, thrives on the fact that you have multiple commanding officers and things like that. We're gonna need something like that, Galen. If we're gonna do this energy system in which we, and if we're doing this energy system, we're gonna have things cost certain amounts. If we're going to unlock, not monsters, if we're gonna unlock programs, it's gonna be a one and done kind of deal, where we just buy it and then we're done. And I assume that's kind of, I don't know if you want to do that. I want to do that. I would love to buy the ability to unlock programs, because that's kind of how it works. You buy a program and you use it, right? Like McAfee. Although I would not pay for McAfee anymore. I used to, but now I don't. But that's a different story. You get what I'm saying? Like purchasing a software should be part of the game. I like the idea, but we can do that and make it a one and done kind of thing. And once you get it, you have it. You got it. Let's just attack this. That thing's ruining my invasion. Another odd thing I'm gonna talk about is that we could do music. We should do some sort of music for this. I don't know how we're gonna get it. I don't know anybody that does music. It's gonna be tough. Let me just get a medium tank. Should I kamikaze this guy? If I kill him, I'm gonna kamikaze him. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. Yeah. Alright. He's gonna get hit by the artillery, but I don't care. Yeah, there it goes. Bye. I'm sorry. You did your job well. Oh, whoops, I left those guys unprotected. Well, dang it. I have messed up. Alright. Way to go, me. You go back there. You get over here so I can blast you to Kingdom Come. Actually, hold on. Ooh, I want to hit that, though. I'm gonna hit that first. I don't know, Gal. Besides the thing I've said, just observe everything that's been going on in this battle. I'm sure you can get a bunch of ideas from it. I'm sure everyone else on the page can also glean something from it as well. The idea of capturing bases, energy, cost, effectiveness, things like that. I'm sure you can take care of it. And of course, I realize that you're not gonna be able to do this like any given day. Just work on it as you need to. As long as you take care of yourself, it's fine by me. Like, I take care of myself too. That's why I haven't made anything for like a month. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna finish this guy off. We're gonna take over his base. Oh, that's right. They have a base. Wow, I didn't even talk about that. I should have been. They have a base, and like that's their main ops. That's their command post. And when you take over their command post in Advance Wars, you win. Like, you just lock them out. You win. That's actually something I would like to see, and I would like to see that in this game. There are also like units in this game that can't get hit by certain enemies. Like, airplanes cannot be hit by infantry. You can't shoot down an airplane with infantry. So things like that we could go over later. But for now, we're just talking about the energy system. That's the main basis of this discussion here. He's doing the mech swarm, isn't he? You son of a gun! I will kill you. He's doing the mech swarm. Okay. He's almost at full. Do I even want to bother? Can I finish him now? I could if I wanted to, I think. I've been doing this for 30 minutes. Hopefully you haven't nodded off, Gallon. Let's see, I'm gonna hit this guy. I didn't really have a script going into this, Gallon, so we're just gonna... Hopefully, I just glean off of it. You know, get some ideas you haven't gotten. We'll talk about this later, obviously. I'll just post this on the page, and you just get back to me. Hopefully this is more entertaining than the Saturday morning cartoon. And that's about it. That's all I got for you. Just finish this guy off. If I can. I might not be able to. That's the sad part. I'm just gonna block up his spawn point. You can do that as well, like putting in a unit inside of the spawn point. By putting a unit inside the spawn point, you deny them the ability to build another unit. Which is another thing I'd like to ask. The way we spawn units, do you want them to be able to move the same time you deploy them? I actually am a little more partial to the idea of deploying them one turn and then moving them the next turn, like in this game. Mostly because it gives you the sense of preparation, and it also lets you anticipate what the enemy is going to do. Like, you see them deploy one thing, you do something else. I would like to see that. I wouldn't like to see just deploy and done, because that could really cause some problems. Like if you're attacking something and the CPU just pops something out, really powerful, and just blows whatever you're trying to do away. It would seem kind of unfair, and the game would probably get nowhere if you had this kind of rubber banding effect. Okay, time to kill this guy. You're dead. Almost dead, anyway. And in this game, there's two ways to win. You either annihilate the enemy, which I'm doing right now, or you just capture their base. I don't know if there's any other thing we can do. We can do an objective base kind of thing as well. There are those in the campaign of this game. Oh, I'm out of ammo, aren't I? Wow, you did some work. You did work. we'll discuss that later. Like I said, this is mostly the brainstorming. We're just showing off. I'm just trying to kind of give you an idea of what an energy system would work like. We would have set resources, we'd have places that provide energy, places that provide spawn, and we have certain units that are able to take it over. And that's going to be it. So there you have it. Viewers, I hope this wasn't boring for you. This really isn't for you. I didn't do that well. I want to get an S. I could have cheated. I could have gotten the technique point up. Oh, I could have gotten an S then. Oh well. So there you have it. That's going to be it for now. Hopefully this wasn't too boring for everybody else. Hopefully it wasn't boring for you, Swain. Did I say Gallon? I said Gallon. Oh my god, no. Should I? Gallon, if you have a problem with me slipping out the names, just let me know. I'll take the video down. I'll just redo it again, leave out the names if you want. But for now, this is what the video's gonna look like, and I'll see you guys later.